Hello and welcome to another weekly update. Happy Easter if that's your thing. Plenty of interesting things going on. I'm out and about. I'm actually at my parents' house, so apologies if the sound quality and the video quality is a little low, but there's a lot of interesting things to talk about this week. So this week, a new blog post from me all about some new APIs for Microsoft Teams developers, specifically around reporting. So new reporting endpoints in Microsoft Graph for reporting on Teams activity. Some interesting things. So some of the reports have been updated with extra details. Some are brand new. Some support shared channels. So lots of things to dig into there. So there's a blog post all about those. So go check those out. In the blog post, I kind of go through the things that have been updated, the things that are new, and what's changed, and all the rest of it. So you can kind of go and see that for yourself. The other thing I did this week was like a wrap-up video. So also talking about those changes as well, but also there've been some other changes as well to shared channels. So a big overview, if you like, of some of the API endpoints around shared channels. A lot of new capability, a lot of new API endpoints to support those shared channels. So if you go to my YouTube channel, and I'll put a link in the description for this video, or if you're listening to it on the podcast, in the show notes, there's a little video, it's only about 4 minutes long I think, just going over all of the API changes for both of those things that I've just mentioned. So lots of kind of resources, if you like, to get you quickly up to speed, because I know it can be kind of challenging, in the Microsoft Graph space. Microsoft Graph is a big API endpoint, and it's got lots of areas of interest, but actually it can be really hard to keep up with the updates and to keep up with the information that's changing, especially with this one. So a lot of these changes have actually happened either to existing API endpoints, so they've the data that gets returned in them has changed, the shape of the data has changed, or they're brand new API endpoints that you might not know about unless you've sort of seen them listed somewhere, or as in the case with the reporting stuff, they're not even under the Teams area of Graph, so you have to sort of know to go and look in the reporting section and find those updates there. So that's why I did the video, because I thought it might be useful. I thought it might be valuable to kind of just give you that feel for the things that have been updated and things that are changing. Okay, so that's kind of the first thing I want to talk to you about. The second thing is there's been another blog post on the Microsoft Tech Community forum. The Azure Communication Services blog, they have their own blog space, dedicated blog space in the Microsoft Tech Community, and they have a new UI Design Kit. So this is something, it's a Figma resource, so if you're familiar with using Figma, then this will be up your street. I'm actually not super familiar with using Figma. I'm not a very good designer, that's not my expertise, not my forte, yeah, like I say, not super familiar with that. But if that is you, if you're into Figma, then you might find this useful. You can go and have a look at it, and really it's designed for people who are writing video applications and doing things, just kind of building on the platform, on the ACS platform, but kind of building those video endpoints out and want to have a bit of guidance and a bit of kind of free resource to help going. They say that it helps you build those UIs for you, it reduces UX dev effort, and I can kind of see that making sense. They have a lot of UI components already, so I think this Figma resource kind of pulls all those together and makes it easier to see them and easier to see what's going on. It is only for the web today. They do have iOS and Android ones planned, but right now it is it's just for the web. Okay, and finally, one more thing to leave you with today. There's an event coming up in about a month's time, so April the 26th, in about a week's time, 10 days time, April 26th, is a Microsoft Teams event. It's kind of like, it's called Tech Community Live, and it's focused on Microsoft Teams. Basically think of it as like 5 big AMA sessions. So it's happening April 26th, 8 AM to 12 PM, that's Pacific time, so in the UK that's going to be kind of afternoon time. And there's 5 separate sessions. Now, some of them are more interesting to me and you probably than others, but one to really watch out for is around the Teams platform third-party apps, and that kind of accessibility, like that integration story of how apps integrate into Microsoft Teams. There's a 50-minute AMA all about that, so if you've got any questions about how any of that stuff works, or you've got improvement suggestions, or you just want to kind of talk to them about it, then go check out that session on the 26th. It's free to attend, it's part of the Tech Community Live, yeah, that should be really interesting. There's a what's new in Teams one, there's a Teams and accessibility one, and there's one all about Teams performance as well. So some interesting things going on there. All right, I think that's everything I want to talk to you about this week. Have a fantastic time. If you're having any time off, I hope you have a fantastic time off over Easter. If not, I mean, sympathies, but I hope whatever it is you're doing is lots of fun, and I will talk to you again next time.